Hello, welcome back. Twitch, YouTube. I did decide actually. I'm gonna probably cut that YouTube stream in two, or three. Those in YouTube have the luxury of getting things that are properly cut. Also, wait, I don't have that. This is my. Where's the button to dismiss them? It's been way too long. Guard mode, assist, various abilities. And increase their offense, various strikes. Where's the ally screen? There's a screen automatically for your. Here we go. Dismiss. Warren Herald. He was just hang out there, cluttering the space even further. But yeah, for those on both YouTube and Twitch, yes, Twitch if this is video on demand. Pulled the last one too long, among other things. We'll see if there's a way to cut into on Twitch and edit some parts out, but putting where I had it paused for YouTube folks. But assuming this is available for video on demand, or I have any live viewers, which I probably don't. I closed the Twitch stream thing. It was just, it's not worth impeding the memory and probably getting more drop frames from. Welcome, anyways. Returning new viewers, welcome. Return viewers, welcome back. I'm waiting for the eating contest to happen, although it seems to be taking too bloody long. And oh yeah, I was gonna check about those perfect snowballs. I forgot. Let's do that while I'm waiting here for a second. Also, folks on YouTube, you should know, and disabled long COVID. You know the stream. It does affect my cognition, and such. I apologize and don't always think the most quickly. Wait, why is the town crier wandering around? I don't think he usually does that. Does he? Shows what I remember. Perfect snowball. Item, perfect snowball. Use it 300 times to complete the deed. Consumable perfect snowballs. This is not something that gives any just a festival skill. It doesn't even give Lord of the Rings points. It seems that the only way is you bard of this. That's the other way to get perfect snowballs. At least according to online, although that was just the wiki page. Oh, and the Eating Festival is about to begin. Right. Okay. Either that or it comes from the snowball field. The biggest stomach of them all is, like the one ring to rule them all. If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. But if you're very hungry, this is the eating contest. No life matter. Right. It's been a while since I've done this. I don't remember the route to the next table, so I would not be surprised if I fail this. How does it work? I announce the start repeat every few minutes. The first station is here. As quickly or slowly as you like. After the first bit, however, the pace may pick up. You have 1 minute of time to run to each subsequent eating station and eat your fill, and only get harder as you go. Right. Yeah, you get rewarded the further you're making it. This can be a bit of a pain. She still hasn't even announced the beginning of it. 1 minute until the eating contest begins. I forget if you're even allowed to mount your horse for this. I think you are. Oh, this guy's harassing me with this stupid. I wish people wouldn't do this emote. It's just obnoxious. I mean, really. I don't know why people do that. It's just being a troll. Let's see. Forget what that Guardian. Yeah, that's a Guardian. Guardians are a good class. Nice, strong, solid. Um, Different food items fill you to a different degree, if I remember. And it's been a while, so. uh, Bread fills you the most. Let's see. Eat food this first station. I forget if it starts timing out if you begin this or berries fill you the least, right? Yeah, it doesn't start not hungry anymore. Duration 4 minutes. Yeah, so you can actually allow things to um I think they apply different debuffs. Yeah, the mushrooms do full minus 3%. So I thought pies and bread are the worst. Oh yeah, and eggs are really bad. Let's show uncomfortably full from eggs. Yep. So these buffs will clear over time. I forget if there was a way to clear them, an ability that could do it or something. Uh, Probably not. Shield an ally. Let's see. Fishing. Direct a landscape a soldier, which that's for skirmishes, but you can also get a landscape token and use them out in the landscape. Though you can't use them in instances. Escape from darkness revives an ally. Yeah, captains have a revive. Spiriting Call. This one is an in-combat revive. This is an out-of-combat only revive. So you'd prefer to use this if you're out of combat. So you can save the in-combat one. Kick that interrupts enemy inductions. Yep. Some of the big, stronger abilities can be interrupted with that. Boosts morale of nearby allies. Muster Courage removes poison, disease, wound, fear. Yeah, this doesn't count as any of those. Cleanse corruption. Corruptions are things that, if I remember correctly, they come from being it's not active in this zone, but from the rangers, whatever higher difficulty level. Let's see, we got my bound milestone debris. Two bind milestone abilities. One debris and one to the Shire because it was moving around those areas. Song Brother. Bleh. Virtue XP. Passives. That's quest log. Deed log. Right. Class race. Class deeds. Apprentice banners. This is for making it to 50th level without saying the difficulty below adventurous. Devastation, land critical hits and devastates with devastating below. Fearless gives disable banners instead of apprentice banners. Expert attacks. This is another thing that critical hits and devastates. Critical hits and devastates. They're both devastating blow. Ability, same ability. Improve, use riding cry. And parries. It used to be that this would get you promotion points. I think that's in the skirmish or something. It used to be that this was how you get improved abilities, but that was phased out a long, long time ago. Yep, uncomfortably full takes the longest to expire. Anyways, this after this first station. Now, certain classes have advantages for some of these things because some of them have higher run speeds. And it's worth noting playing high elves are better for a lot of the social stuff because they have a higher run speed out of combat than most classes in the game. Oh, shoot. This is not. Oh, I have to talk to her and she'll direct me where the next table is. I'll probably run the wrong direction. I don't know where the next table is. Run the wrong direction entirely. Not here. Oh no. Where is it? Needs to be like a big something. Oh, here we go. Did I fail this? I found the right place and I think I ran out of time. Oh, I have to eat the food and I only have 15 seconds. 11. This is gonna be a problem. There's only like pie, mushrooms. The fuller you are, slower you eat. And I ran out of time. Failed, basically. It's because you gotta have memorized where the stations are. If you run the wrong way, like I just did, the whole thing's a waste. Anyways, stuffing the stuffed. Make fresh bread. It's making food for the eating contests. I'll do better later in the future. The eating contest. Am I doing for chart frames? None so far. Nice. Righty then. Bake 3 bread. Now bring the foodstuffs to Mabel. Yeah, so this is the next station. So go around there, then here. And then where I ran to is, I think, the final eating station. Or here. Yeah, so I ran to one of the stations just in the wrong order. But yeah, captains have this, which increases run speed for a little while. High elves always have a higher base run speed, and I forget there's some class that runs faster. Stuffing the stuffed. Thank you, Heglin. Oh, what a burn off my poor shoulders. I near ran out of berries were gone. I think it was the Warden class, which is one of the hardest ones cannot remember. Maybe the Guardians or something. Hmm. Do 2 more festival activities to finish in the spirit of Yule. Yeah, let's move the beggars off. I gave them coins earlier, and it's easy enough quest. Not being the good guy by any means. Doing this, but at least this one you can do from horseback. Very sorrowful as she dashes away. Hurries away looking most appalled. Yeah, it even makes you well, as you probably should, feel bad for moving them off. I tend to do almost all the activities, good and bad. It's a game after all, and nothing else gives me something to talk about. The injustices of, well, medieval societies we like to think of as somehow idyllic, especially you get like people who have an unhealthy nostalgia for the past, especially in this day and age where fascism is being fed by billionaires. Yes, it is very much being funded by the very rich. Barrett Howe, he's one of the harder ones to find. Remember? Sneaky booger. Um, Not the only one looking for them. Each time someone moves them off, they respawn somewhere else. um, oop, changed my movement mode and yeah, camera issues. Sorry about that, guys. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, so there's a lot of injustice, even medieval towns now. Maybe you could argue because they were so small, there's a chance that people would personally know the offenders and or that their actions be moderated by liking or disliking. But also, let's keep in mind, disliking people who were disliked were treated especially unfairly. They didn't have the virtue of anonymity. So even by that logic, it's not a perfect system. And yeah, there was, of course, class, like, nobles. Nobles had it easy. Or no one really had it easy in medieval times. The nobles had to worry about being assassinated. Having to lead armies. Of course, they had it where they could die in battle. Of course, they had it a lot better than the peasants for certain. Where is the last freaking guy? Ah, see here with the construction workers who are starving even though they're working hard. Nope. I think he normally hangs out here. But yeah, people move him off very quickly because he's right behind the guard. Alright, whatever. Grab the tokens. Uh, let's grab a couple of these perfect snowballs. 10 of them. I think it is. Get some virtue XP. Season of Virtue. Uh, Rewards 500 virtue XP. Right? So I got 500 virtue XP, right? Doesn't look like it. Uh. Oh, there we go. 500 experience points for Justice Virtue. Oh, that's especially ironic after the thing I just did. There's definitely no justice in what just happened. Uh, Boom. Trying to save up some of the more valuable virtue XP things. Sometimes you get events where stuff is worth more. I need exactly 150 to level up Justice, so I'll do that. Ba, 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 ba. Where do you get Embers of Enchantment? That let me look up. expect to do it right now, but members of enchantment are in-game currency can be earned through completing quests and deeds in the current endgame zones. Also by disenchanting certain endgame items such as armor and jewelry. When new contests are released from a higher level with a higher end level character cap, the quest deeds and disenchantments in the now former endgame zones will instead be exchanged for motes of enchantment. Yes, this is endgame stuff. Definitely not something I can grab right now. Hmm. All right. Well, support the poor. Tis the right thing to do. Character does a mix of good and bad here, but in this, just store for one to see. It would be quite a useful source, so I have no qualms asking you to do a bit of dirty work for me. You see, the workers here have never been overly fond of my policies. They can feel however they wish, but if I hear of them stirring up any trouble or complaining to folks, that will mean trouble for them. Gareth Rust is the one who seems to be the most upstart among his peers. You must go spy on him and convince him to talk to you. If he says anything out of place, the rascal won't have a job. Everyone wants you to betray the workers, but you never stoop so low. If I had taken the alternate quest, probably would have gone something along the lines of, but you will gladly do so. I haven't done the alternate quest. Maybe next year. Not feeling it. All right. Ha, the mayor is right to send a spy. But you're a friend to us workers, and that is a great boon. I have reason to believe the mayor uses the extra funds from our lord wages and overtime for unsavory transactions, or unpaid overtime, and doesn't invest in making our town better. I've seen Guard Frostway coming to town at night to collect money and forms to bring the fort down by the lake. To bring to the fort down by the lake. Will you go investigate down there? The mayor will fire me on sight if I leave my post. If I remember correctly, he's being blackmailed or something. I can't remember what's going on. Or maybe he's doing something supposedly for the betterment of the town. I can't remember. This game will never take sides because they don't actually want to offend anyone. So everyone is good, no matter what. Oh yeah, I can do the snowman or the snowball thing for the 10th quest. Or there's stuff in the theater, which I've always enjoyed doing. The old theater, though, I've already gotten the thespian achievement. Investigate the fort where the mayor stores his funds and records. Probably a fort, but okay. You nosy patrons should mind your own business to stay in the festival area. You're out of bounds, dwarf, and out of your depth. So you're intent on stick your nose where it doesn't belong. The mayor pays me good money to make sure folks like you don't dig up any unwanted dirt. Investigate the fort where the mayor stores his funds. And he's attacking me. Pretty sure one kick would take him down. Okay, maybe not. Not that weak. Oh. Best car off. There's no proof of anything. Really? I thought that. You're strong. Too strong. Okay, so you're gonna run. I've had enough of this job. The mayor has caused me nothing but trouble. Yep, so he runs away. And now I can investigate inside the fort. You don't actually go inside, but. Banker. You insult the mayor by coming here unbidden. I'll not let you smear the mayor's reputation of this town. Oh, I have to fight him too? After all, the sacrifice is made. You fool, by challenging this fort, you're challenging the mayor. I think he will send you to stocks for this once I knock you out, and he'll find out whoever sent you here, stranger. You think you too have not lost a profit at the expense of the poor? But think, how many coins have you reaped at their expense? Yeah, the system is unjust. The banker has been driven off, and a curious piece of paper swirls into your hand as he flees. You search over all evidence that the mayor's corruption is on the receipt. Oh, so he's corrupt. Okay. And then you bring the proof to the mayor of his own corruption? Okay. That seems unwise. That's part of the story. I remember there being some twist in the storyline. Oh, you'll soon find out what it is. Whatever it is. But yeah, I can jump this wall if I remember correctly. Nope. I seem to remember being able to do it at one point in the wall, but most of it's too high. This horse, or maybe I just didn't line up right. I can do that. Ew, Mr. Mayor. What's that have you there? The mayor looks at the paper in your hands and hails in alarm as he realizes you have everything about his irresponsible investing while the folks of his town go hungry. What are you going to do with that? Sure, you don't mean to tell our innocent visitors of this, do you? Please, I will do anything you ask if you just put the paper back where it belongs. In a way. What do you want? What share of the profit will appease you? Demand the mayor sets the wages right for the workers and gives the beggars back their jobs. Yep. So no longer be beggars, to be workers. Hurrah, hurrah, I cannot believe it. I've been hoping every moment smoke my way. It has at last. Yeah, I will say this is not exactly, someone will be like, oh, the socialist. No, unfortunately. You give me back my life with your news. I don't know what to say. Can it really be true, Eglin? Can the mayor have grown a heart? What a wonderful day. Things have turned around for the town. I can feel it. Unfortunately, Mark's actually had a very shitty side towards the unemployed and disabled and people who are generally had a marginal attachment to work. Oh, good, dwarf. Thank you, I can feel it. You have had a great part in this gift that you now bring Merguna. Which is ironic because his own theories, he writes about how the system basically requires a certain portion of the population to be unemployed, but then he shits on what he calls the lumpen proletariat. People who are used to do things like strike breaking scabs too often and helped destroy the Paris Commune. What sorrow and what joy this winter has brought me. I can hardly believe my ears. I went by what province has the mayor decided to give me another chance at life? I don't mean that every individual or that you're part of this class by virtue of doing these things, but that often the capitalists will fall back on the most desperate to break strikes and such, and that's part of why Marx disliked them. Surely, surely you are joking. How can this be? Has the mayor grown a heart? I'll not count my blessings. I will go to work at once. This is wonderful news. That's right, because he fired a bunch of workers and worked the rest harder so they get money, which he then invested for his own personal enrichment. Taught to Gareth rest of all that you have achieved on behalf of the workers. And he was paying the workers so little that they were going hungry each night. You have done a wonderful thing, Heglin. We workers don't have much, but we scraped together what we could. Please accept these gifts as tokens of our gratitude. But no, we will not for you or the deeds you have done this day. If we ever have the opportunity to give you proper thanks, you can rest assured that we will. And they actually do. The exquisite keep or whatever that you can get from helping the rich directly, you eventually do get it. Right, I'll grab the shabby tunic. I don't have enough room in my inventory for that, right? Finish later. Great. Let's see. Stuff that can be turned in for trophies has some use. This is just junk. Fractured heartwood pieces, broken branches. Can't even be turned for tasks. Yeah. Not worth anything, really. Boom. Forget, I can actually sell some of this. It's all bound to me as well. Oh no, cosmetics not. It's my armor that is. Yeah. Dress like a beggar if you want. I just remembered I could sell some things. Like these scroll cases, and you can buy them back for the same price you sold. So I'd actually need to store that stuff. I just could have. The cosmetics, I might be able to sell on the market if anyone wants them and doesn't want to go through the work. The broken branches and gloomy dust piles are useless. Can't even be turned into quests. Actually, the apprentice scrolls are probably not worth much either. Heavy bronze battle gauntlets and heavy cloth armor. Okay, can try and sell it on the market. It's probably not worth jack, but it's almost certainly not worth much. Could be an interesting experience. Anyways, in the spirit of Yule. All right, some festival tokens and a final act. Some more festival tokens. Boom. And you do the this 3 times, and you get Fimits of Splendor and Virtue XP. And scrap of an Essence Reclamation scroll, 3 of which can be turned in for a single Essence Reclamation scroll. So, boom. I'll have to come back here at some point. I forget. I think there was a way in Bree to get here. I just don't remember how. Let's check this before I leave the area. Meantime, there's a snowball fight right over there, actually. Getting to Frostbluff. Frostbluff. Festival Stable Masters found in Westbury, Mesheldoving. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I didn't need to use the map. It's useful for out in the train, but I just wasted a map. Let's save some time, I suppose. You need ingredients. Snowmen. But this is a snowball fight. Easy enough if you can get someone else to join in the snowball fight. You just toss snowballs at them. Currently an ongoing one. Has no effect though until the next snowball fight. But yeah, yeah, for those who watched, I guess, the previous YouTube video. And I'm gonna actually cut this for YouTube. Start a new stream. I think this cuts the Twitch stream too.